Hello, Ranch with Interviewers. Today I'm bringing you a new show that I like to call The Light, the Dark, and the Review, where I give you the skinny on web series from comedies to dramas and anything in between. So, let's start today's show. Today's episode features the show Lauren from the YouTube channel Wigs. Lauren is a 3-part series that centers on the life of Sergeant Lauren Weil, who reports her sexual assault by 3 fellow soldiers. As a result of her report, she is forced to choose between what she loves and what is right. The show was written by Jay Roden and directed by Leslie Linka Glatter. Number one is straight but fun. This show touches on what I find to be a very, very, very relevant topic. It talks about sexual assault in the military and how it's underreported and kind of the things that happen as a result of it, kind of how it gets shoved under the bus. And like any sexual assault, it goes very underreported, and very few people are actually punished for their crimes. And I think it's worse for in the military because they still are serving with the people who victimized them. But this series does a very good job of kind of shedding light on what's going on and kind of making people aware of it, and I think that's what's really, really great about this series. Number 2, yeah! Every story about a relevant topic needs great writing to have an impact, and Roden doesn't disappoint. He shows us the emotional roller coaster that Lauren goes on after she reports her rape. She goes from being angry to stubborn to having a lot of pride and love for what she does, and it's just amazing, the writing. And I mean, even Lauren's commanding officer, Major Stone, is a complex character, and it's just amazing to see the writing in this show, and how the story arc, though it's quick because it's only 3 episodes, it's really great. Number 3. The acting is phenomenal in this show. Bellisario from Pretty Little Liars plays Lauren, and she just takes you for a ride. The chops she shows is amazing. She goes from being angry, to stubborn, to prideful, and just hurt, and she makes you want to cry. The chops she shows in this show is amazing. Now granted, I don't watch Pretty Little Liars, but she totally has got me hooked on that show as well. Jennifer Beals also gives a great performance because her character, Major Stone, is very complex in the fact that she wants to help Lauren. She genuinely wants to help it. And by the end, when things are completely out of her control, she genuinely wants to help. And these ladies leave you not knowing whether you should be sad and crying for Lauren or want to punch Major Stone in the face. Great job, ladies. Well, there's the 3 points for the light side. Let's see what the dark side has to say. Number 1. The resolution to this story was so predictable. I figured it was going to happen midway through the first episode. I hoped it didn't happen, but I had a feeling it was going to end up that way. Number was no pun intended having this one be number 2. The series was just too short. It ended up being more like 4 main scenes that were no more than, 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. We go from the first confrontation between Lauren and Major Stone to Major Stone talking to one of her superior officers, Lauren blowing up at a legal counsel, to the resolution to the story. It just seemed to clip by really fast. And though I'm very happy to say that I read that they were given the green light to record more of the series. That makes me really happy. I think we'll get more resolution to the story. Number 3. And don't forget, the dark side has cookies. I felt like there was a lot more that we could have seen from these characters that we didn't get to, and hopefully will with the new episodes that will be coming. Especially for Major Stone. I read somewhere that there was a conjecture that Major Stone kind of saw herself in Lauren. And I think she really wanted to be sympathetic, and she really wanted it to go through, but she couldn't. And I just think there's a lot more to Major Stone than what we got to see. And even Lauren, yeah, we got to see a lot from her. She shared that she was a mother, that she came from a series of soldiers, but it just all seemed so rushed in character development. All in all, I would recommend Lauren to anyone. It's beautifully written, the acting is amazing, the writing is amazing. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a con being so short, and the characters are underdeveloped, and the resolution is predictable, but all in all, it's a great story, and it's going to have you crying and angry and frustrated and trying to understand what's going on. So that's all for this episode of The Light, the Dark, and the Review. If you want a more full review on Lauren, check out my blog at rantswithnerd.wordpress.com. The link will be in the below. Also, if you want to watch Lauren for yourself, check out Wiggs' channel. Also link in the below. And as usual, if you have any positive or negative responses, leave them in the comment section below. And don't forget to like it if you liked it, sub if you loved it, and share it with all your friends. Till next week.